Hey everybody, Forbidden Exile here, and welcome to a new video. So I just want to give a quick update on my Fire Trap Elementalist, Frostblink Elementalist that I've been playing. It's going pretty well. Made it through the campaign fairly slowly. Took me the weekend. Not a speedrunner or anything like that. I do have family, stuff like that. But I feel like it's going pretty good. All the gear that I have, we'll go over here in a second, is pretty much was dropped, aside from the Eye of Malice. I did buy that for like 3 chaos. So just a regular scepter. It's, you know, nothing special about it. Eye of Malice, so that's a pretty big one. It gives you fire and cold res, which is nice. Evasion. Energy shield, you'll need a little bit of energy shield eventually once you get Eldritch Battery. But you get the chance to inflict cold and fire exposure, and nearby enemies have increased fire and cold resistances. But if it's negative, then it increases the negative. You see what I'm saying there? So a lot of people read that and they think that it increases it so they have more, but they technically don't, because if you multiply a number by a negative number, then it increases the negative number. The other scepter, I got a +1 level of all fire spell skill gems scepter, which was super helpful. A little bit of spell damage on there. Just a 5-link body armor. This is literally just the first 5 link that I found. For rings, just res, some strength. Same with this one, just res on there. For the amulet, this one's okay, you know, spell damage, fire damage, and some more res, and life regen. And then for the gloves, just res, and the socket colors that I needed. Belt, res, actually just dropped and I did this one with T1 life. Doesn't happen very often for me. That one was good. And then for the gloves, I got these fractured T1 movement, or T3 movement speed. And then I hit them with an essence to try and get a chance to avoid being shocked. And then I was hoping to get lucky and maybe get a res or something like that, but I didn't. Flask, just a life flask, 2 quicksilver flasks, and then 1 granite flask so far. So for the gems, I've got molten shell here on my left click. I don't have a lot of armor, but any little bit helps. Wave of Conviction, Malevolence, and then for the Fire Trap, I only have a 4-link on it so far, but I got Combustion, Fire Trap, Trap and Mind damage support, and Burning damage support. Over here, running Vitality, Clarity, and then Self-Cast Flammability. For the Frostblink, I've got a link to Burning damage, Combustion support, Night Proliferation, and Efficacy, and also have Cold to Fire down here. I'm just leveling that up. If I do get a 6-link, then I'll probably throw that in there for now until I eventually get a Pyre. Down here, I do still have Armageddon brand. I don't use it very often, but it's here on the fifth mouse button. I got that link to Fire Trap because I'm leveling that one up, and then Burning damage and Combustion. Over here, just running Determination and then Leap Slam for another movement skill as well. Alright, so for the tree, I've only done 2 labs so far, but take Shaper of Flames first. Everything ignites, and then Mastermind of Discord gets you extra negative 25% to the affected resistance when you inflict exposure. And then I'm going to come up here and take Heart of Destruction, and then come over here and get Bastion of Elements for more defense for the Primal Aegis. Yeah, just make your way up here, take this Fire Cluster node. Fire Cluster, get this Fire Mastery, regenerate 1 life per second, and we'll work your way over here. You're going to take as many life nodes as you can as you pass them. Elemental Overload, this Fire Mastery to get more fire damage, more AoE, more life, this Sovereignty, Reservation Wheel. Come up here, Holy Fire to get more fire.multi. Come down here, take Divine Judgment to get more elemental damage, and I took Critical Strikes Against You don't inherently inflict elemental ailments. It's another defensive layer, but you could take one of the other ones if you want. Work your way over here, you can pick these 2 up for res. You can take this next one if you're still short on res. Work your way down here, take Saboteur to get more trap damage and additional traps placed at the same time. And then Elemental Focus, just for more elemental ailment duration and increased elemental damage. Work your way down here, come over here to Master Sapper to get trap damage and a Frenzy Charge when your trap is triggered by an enemy. And then come down here and take Charisma for more mana regen, or mana reservation. We'll run Blood Aqueducts again, just like I did in the last video, just to give you an idea. Get your quick silver flask. You can technically just use Wave of Conviction if you're trying to level your gems or something in Blood Aqueducts. Works just fine. But Frostblink works even better. So the trick with Frostblink is that you do want to blink into a pack of enemies. The reason for that is the cooldown, right? So if you see on here, it says increase cooldown recovery rate for each normal magic enemy in the area and 96% increase cooldown recovery rate for each rare or unique enemy. So if you don't blink in anything and you're just using it to move around, your cooldown is super slow. But if you blink into a group of enemies, then it's really quick. All right, so path of building here, fire trap. You're doing about 130,000-160,000 damage per second, which is pretty nice considering that it's just dropped gear basically, and on a 4-link. So for Frostblink, 222, 224, depending on how you want to look at it. Configuration here, if you do want to import this, there's just a couple things you want to make sure you check. Obviously Guardian Pinnacle boss damage, so you get accurate damage. Exposure type of Wave of Conviction is fire, and then highest damage type is fire. They're burning, and they're ignited, and they're exposed to fire. Other than that, I don't change anything. All right, well, I hope everybody's having a great league start. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and if you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out, please consider subscribing because it really does help me out, and click that notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video.